couples on dates, clearly together, but on their cell phones. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen. But to me, what does this say when we are together? To me, it says that there's someone, anyone, on the other end of this screen that's way more important than you.
The Huffington Post deems cell phones an electronic curtain that closes around us and all else fades away. But does it not make us even more connected? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, texts, phone calls, FaceTime, Skype, and more allow communication in ways that no other service or face-to-face interactions allow.
We have this shortened vocabulary now. It's all about the texting. Even my mom, she says, just text me. And she's a little bit older, I won't say, because she'll see this later. So, OMG, oh my goodness, LOL, laugh out loud, WTF, why the face? So when we abbreviate our vocabulary, what we risk is losing the nuances, subtleties, and intimate parts of our personalities that make up our very rich American vocabulary. And with that shortening, we lose and run the risk of not being able to fully express ourselves and communicate as we move forward.
Phones take the blame for holding our constant attention, but it's nothing out of the ordinary from mediums past. Newspapers held our attention with headlines and eye-catching photos before technology even took a baby step. Media, news, and even gossip has been shown and published in any way possible throughout history. Cell phones simply allow the flow of current events to continue while adding relationships and connections at the tip of your fingers with one simple device. So yes, maybe it's more difficult to talk to those immediately around us with cell phones, but their ability to make us more social in the long run is undeniable.
Through the social media platforms previously listed, I'm able to keep up with friends and family, like a high school friend in Colorado who is doing well, and my cousin who just finished in the Air Force and is going to work for SpaceX in a couple months, and my aunt and uncle from Hong Kong who are visiting their children in California.
It's commonly argued that phones and social media don't help communication and take away social interactions with the people around you. A buzzword for this viewpoint is presence. Being present often means interacting in the moment you're living and looking up from screens to see the world around you. The Huffington Post even says, in the long term, mastering the ability to remain present could help you be more focused, successful, and even healthy. Screens are thought of as blocking us from seeing the world, and the internet loves to make that knowledge viral. While phones and screens can quite literally put a shield between us and the reality we live in, this technology can open up doors into worlds and relationships that face-to-face interactions never could. Humans are social creatures, and cell phones in today's society are the best catalyst for that. Research has taken to studying the claim that cell phones make us a less social society, but the results they found support a different theory. Keith Hampton, a sociologist at the University of Pennsylvania, through an interview with the Smithsonian said, "We've found the exact opposite, that people who use sites like Facebook actually have more close relationships and are more likely to be involved in civic and political activities than those who don't. Social media is thought to have increased the ability to talk about more controversial issues and community dialogues. If you look into the phones of those thought to be disconnected and not present in public, you'll see a community online engaging in what matters. Their screens will show you people using social networks and instant communications for political engagement, sharing information, and having discussions about important matters with an openness and speed that face-to-face communication simply can't allow." Facebook, one of the more widely known social media sites, is home to more than 1 billion accounts, with the average person having 388 friends. While those connections can't all be deep personal ones, Facebook allows friendships to continue across the globe. Social media platforms like this also allow companies and businesses to connect globally with employees and clients alike. Personally, Facebook has allowed me to connect with my future co-counselors for my job this summer at a summer camp. From our director posting tips on camp survival to meeting girls across the country before spending the summer with them, this simple forum through social media expedites the knowledge of our jobs and sparks coworker relationships before we've even met at the start of the summer. Many teens today are being dubbed addicted to technology, and while psychologists studying this notion say that many teens are reliant on their social media, it is not a negative interaction. PhD Ira Hyman even states very clearly This isn't addiction, this is social interaction. The general public criticizes the teen with their face buried in a phone, or the stranger on the bus who never even looks up from the screen. But while their attention is off those around them, their connection to people is global. Yes, phones do have the ability to take over your world and put a permanent block between your mind and those around you. They can cut off face-to-face conversations if overused, and remove you further from society if it's your only connection. But technology allows you to be with those around you, even if they're time zones away. They're a catalyst for social interaction, a way to increase and strengthen the connections made offline. This isn't addiction. This is social interaction.